Hey everyone, this is Ben, and thank you for joining us on this episode of the Semper Gumbie channel. Well, I've been really busy the last couple of weeks, and I've lost time keeping up with things. So today I'm going to talk about some smartwatches. And I carry a G-Shock watch with me most of the times, unless I'm working on equipment or working on my vehicles, then I'll take the watch off. I don't usually like to keep jewelry on when I do those kind of things. But, not having your cell phone ready or having available sometimes can be a pain, or you leave it on the toolbox or you leave it on the table and someone calls. Well, today we're going to be talking about a smartwatch. And this is the new smartwatch by TOZO. It is a TOZO Smart Watch S6, and this is their newest version of smartwatch that they have. Now, when TOZO reached out to me and asked if I wanted to test and review these watches, I was kind of hesitant because I've had a smartwatch in the past. I had an Apple smartwatch, and I think 3 or 4 months later, I cracked it, cracked the screen, and I didn't feel like I wanted to spend another couple $100s on a watch. When TOZO reached out to me, I said, sure, why not? Let's give it a try. So if you're not familiar with a smartwatch, this is how it works. Basically, it uses Bluetooth, whether it's to your Android or your Apple phone, and you are able to receive or access the functions on your watch that you can do on the phone. And you can even take phone calls because there's a built-in speaker while you are wearing these watches. So some of the features that the TOZO Smartwatch S6 has is, one, it has a pedometer, which tracks your walking distance and your walking speed. It also has for running, it does also have a stress level that it'll monitor. And then of course you have all the other functions your phone has, such as dialing, receiving. It has, you can play music from it, your contacts. So pretty much it's a smartphone in your watch. So when you purchase your TOZO S6 smartwatch, you're going to get the watch itself, which is, I believe, 1.8-inch screen. And you can see that right there. It's a really nice, vivid, robust color on there. And then you're going to get these rubber bands, watch bands. Now, I did have a difficult time putting these on because the nubs are so small. You have to align the nubs into the hole and then hit that retract switch right here, or the retract lever here, to get it in. And it took me a little while to get that set, but I finally got it in. So if you do get this watch, just be aware that it is a little bit of a pain, but with a little bit of patience, you can get that in. So now you will also get a charging cord, and this is a USB charging cord, as you can see. And then on the watch end, it is a magnet type charger. And so you don't have to plug it into the watch. So basically on the back of the watch, you will see these 2 prongs right up there. And then the charging cable will go right to it. And it's a magnet, so hook up just like that. And I charged this up for about 2 hours, and it's fully charged. I don't know the exact charging rate for that, but it's fairly quick. And then of course, like I said, you get the directions, how to operate the watch, and check out what's involved. The different functions, and that's just the first side. So it's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's fairly easy. So when you're ready to use the watch, the first thing you're going to do, like I said, you're going to hold this power button in for 5 seconds. Once the watch activates, you'll get it on screen for setup. First thing it's going to say your language, so you go ahead and select your language. And then you are going to get this right here on your watch. It's a barcode. You're going to have to scan the barcode and download the app under Watch. And then it's going to bring you to the App Store or the Google Store or whatever platform you're using. So once you download the TOZO Health app, it'll bring up a screen just like this. I'm sorry for the glare. Apologize for that. It's a beautiful day out there and I need to get out there and enjoy the vitamin D. But on the bottom, you'll have exercise, device, products, and then health on here on the bottom screen. So let's go ahead and hit exercise, and it'll bring up the GPS screen, and then whether you're doing cycling, walking, or running, it will actually do that function on your setup. Now, you do have under device, you have several options. You have a dial center, wake gesture, motion type recognition, and brightness settings. So if you want your watch to turn on when it moves, you can adjust that setting, and it also has the dial center. So many of you saw, let me see, that function or that dial face there. So let's go ahead and change it. I like this one right here. So what we're doing is you hit sync, it'll start syncing your watch, and you will see it come up on this display here in just a second on the smartwatch. Okay, I think I'm reading that right. 98%, 100%. It says sync, and there you go. I've got a different face on there. So that's just, I like that. I like the colors. I like the way I'll be able to read it. Or you can go ahead and swap it to another. Let's go one more time. Now, adjusting the brightness and the sensitivity, you would go to brightness settings, and you have a screen out time and a brightness level. So the brightness level is how bright you want the watch. And it is at 1 to 5. I've got it on 5. And then a screen out time, meaning when your watch sleeps or goes into that battery save mode while you're doing. So let's go 15 seconds because so you can do that, and the watch is synced. And then you got several modes. You have power saving settings, start times, and all that good stuff. And then of course you got your health monitoring. You can do real-time heart rate monitor. Let's do that. Let's do heart rate warning. You can set your maximum heart rate, which is 220 is the max your heart rate can be. But if you want to do 60, 50, or 40%, you take 220 and you minus your age, and that will give you a certain percentage of your heart rate. You can also, now I want to show you how to access the apps on the S6. So all you have to do is hit this thumb wheel button once, and then it'll bring up the apps. So let's go with phone call. So, and then when you hit the phone icon, you have your contacts, call history, and then a dial pad. So let's go dial pad, and then you can bring up your dial pad. If you want to go back, you can just hit the back button. Let's dial a number here. Let's dial my cell phone. I almost gave that number out. Okay, then you hit.
Please enter your password.
Okay, so we should call somebody and see how it sounds.
38 is not available.
Okay, well, Doug's not available, so let's call, well, we'll try it a little bit later. But you can also adjust the volume from your watch as well. But it sounds pretty good. I'm really impressed with the speaker volume. So if you're driving or you are, got your hands full, you can still use the watch. For me, being on the road full time, I constantly monitor the weather. And you are able to go to the main screen, you scroll up, and then on the very top middle, you'll see a cloud with a sun. You hit that, and it gives you the weather today. It says it's going to be high as 77 today. It's 59 degrees. It's clear, and it's tonight it'll be 51. Now it won't give a radar, but it'll definitely tell you what the weather is like in your area. So let's go ahead and put this watch on my wrist, and then we can check my heart rate and other functions. Stress levels, I guess. I had a cup of coffee, so I'm not stressed this morning. In fact, I'm thinking about having another cup of coffee. Okay. Now, my overall impression right off the bat, it is light, and it does give a nice, comfortable feel to it. It doesn't pinch or anything. And let's go ahead and check my stress level. Okay, let's do a heart rate. Okay, so right now we're checking my heart rate, and it's measuring. I wish there was a smartwatch that could check blood pressure, but let's see what my heart rate is this morning. It takes about 15-20 seconds, it said, to start measuring your heart rate. And once it measures, it'll give you all your vitals as far as max. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm showing 68 beats per minute on the top. My high heart rate this morning was 105. That's when I think I've carried some equipment to the truck. And my lowest was 68 right now. So, okay, so that is the heart rate mode. And, you know, it's a good way to check your heart rate. Right now it's 85 beats per minute. It went up a little bit. It'll tell you how long you were below your max heart rate. And that's pretty cool. I like that function. And another function is you can adjust your phone volume if you're playing music as well. So I'm going to do that real quick to show you. Hit the music icon, and then let me see. Oh. So on here, so the TOZO S6 watch is a unisex watch, so it's both for men and women. And only the dimensions of this is only 1.85 inches. So it's a small, slim watch, which I like because it's light, and you can make calls from it. You can answer, and some of the functions that include in this, like I said, in this big, long manual is, you know, you have heart rate, your sleep monitor, you have a pedometer, you have 120 sport modes, activity tracker, and it's available for compatible with Apple or Android. Now this is an IP68 waterproof. Now when I say IP68, you can't go diving with it, but if it gets wet, you know, it's not an issue at all. So you can check these out on Amazon. I'll post a link and description in the box below. And right now, let's go look and see what they run. I will post the link in the box below for the TOZO S6 watch. Now, regularly, these were going for $160, $160, but they are on sale right now until Monday, April 14th, I believe, for $29 or $30. It's crazy. And if you're just looking for a watch to, you know, not spend a lot of money on, and, you know, if you want something that's economically, this is it right here, the TOZO S6 Smart Watch. So if you've got any questions, post them in the box below. And like I said, I'll put a link to that sale price from $160 to $29, which is pretty amazing just for a watch. You can just, you know, keep on your wrist and not worry about breaking it and spending a couple $100s for it. But I want to thank TOZO for sending us the S6 smartwatch, and I'm going to go ahead and play around with it today. So if you've got any questions, put them in the comment box below. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Also, subscribe, like, and comment right up there, right there. And if you're interested, become part of our Patreon channel. We got a bunch of patrons now, and we want to thank them for supporting us. The Semper Gumbie channel that supports Hoku's treats and our adventures. But until the next video, this is Ben from Semper Gumbie out.